Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Sunday live stream. We don't have a topic today, but I'll post the link in just a minute. I will be playing around with some of my microworm cultures and showing over there, like my worm corner, I guess. Yeah. Sandy Farrell, welcome. 503, welcome. Patty's Petite Tinks, welcome. Dave Farrell, welcome. So there's the link if anybody would like to come up. Yeah, and to my family listening, if you could bring me a plastic spoon, that would be awesome. I'm sure my sister's listening. But after the stream, I'm going to be looking online for some new live food cultures, because now I have a whole corner to have live food cultures in. But some of these cultures are overdue. Not that terribly. They're still all alive. I mean, if my camera would focus that good, you could see, you can kind of see them. There's still a bunch of microworms, but like at the top, it's very, very soupy. So I'll be refreshing it. Dave Farrell, I think I said hello to you, but welcome. Patty's Petite Tank said, I guess I should get some coffee. Seems to be a weekly thing. Oh, look, Brian has coffee too. I don't have coffee. I have microworms. Oh, no.
Yeah, she said hi to me.
Oh. Add some ice to that container and you're good to go. Thank you. That's perfect. Hi. If you want to pull a chair, you can come sit down.
That's the last chair in the house. No more.
Take mine. Okay. Bye-bye. This would probably not taste like good coffee. Soupy mashed potatoes. And they have microworms in them, so they smell terrible. That would not taste very good. But I have spoons now. And I have 3 microworm cultures next to me. And I'm going to be messing around with these to see how they do. But these are my first 2 cultures. And I think that these do really well. And thinking about it now, I'm pretty sure we have another of these, I don't know what they're called. I think they're like wonton soup containers. I think we have 1 or 2 of these upstairs. And I should have brought them down because I knew I was going to play with microworms. But after this stream, nasty. Yeah, that would taste pretty horrible to drink microworms with ice. But after the stream, I'll be looking online. I'll show my little live food culture setup, I guess. After it's in that corner, we just built it like 5 seconds before the stream. And it looks nice so far. Now, I don't have any live food cultures to go in them. Next time we go to our LFS Benson's Fish Room, we pass this shop called Bob's Bait and Tackle. And maybe we'll stop there so I can get some night crawlers and red wigglers. I have no idea when Bob's Bait and Tackle closes, but I can guarantee you we probably won't be going tonight. Which is sad, but I have a live stream. We got home from... I already broke the spoon. Haven't even used it. But we went to camp today. Well,
that's why I brought you too.
we went to camp on Friday and we got home today, so we really have no time to go to the LFS during the week. So streaming on Sundays definitely takes up the rest of the time I have on the weekend. But it's fun. And I think my father's still downstairs. I think he's listening to the stream, so he'll hear me. But I'll probably find my phone or someone else's phone, and I'll show over in that corner right there. That's, well, not that one anymore, but it'll be down there-ish in that corner. There's going to be my live food cultures. Thank you. I'm going to show them, and then, oh, you want your headphones back. Thank you. I'll give you your phone back in a minute.
Looking for a chair.
Okay. Bring one from downstairs. Well, from upstairs.
I'll see if I can find it.
Alright, I'm sure you can find one. I'm going to go show that corner over there. And I am thinking about some new cultures to do. Some different kind of cultures that I think would be a nice challenge to do. Especially with the space that I have over there. I have 4 10-gallon tanks. And then, of course, smaller containers like these will have to go somewhere else, depending on what temperature they have to be kept at. There are shelves up there and little spaces on the sides of these tanks over here, so I can always put a culture there. But after I show this, after I show that corner over there, I'm going to talk about like options of what I have, some options I've been thinking about. And then you guys can give some suggestions. Is the audio okay? I know last time I was down here it was pretty bad. If it's like me regular talking and then it's really fast talking, let me know. Or if it's just bad audio, let me know, because then I'll try and do something. Anybody's welcome to come up if they'd like. I'm gonna join in on this phone. Looking good, sounding good. Thank you, 503. I'm gonna join in on this phone real quick. Just give me a second. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me. And I'm gonna put solo layout. Alright. Just a second. And I'm gonna show this corner real quick. So this is my old stand. I can't read chat, or if anybody's trying to come up, I won't be able to see that. But I'll get to you in just a second. This tank will probably be going upstairs to breed the betas. This stand, we don't really have a use for it because there will be a whole built rack here. But this is our project that we did not that long ago, a couple minutes ago. This is for live food cultures. These are 10-gallon tanks, and this one looks shorter, but the rims are just a bit smaller. It still is a 10-gallon tank, and then this is a 10-gallon tank that doesn't hold water. These are my grindle worms. And I don't know if I'll be able to open this. Maybe I will. There we go. So something that I wanted to show is, since I fed them, you won't really get to see them. But there they are. All of those are grindle worms. And like I didn't see any a few days ago, and not because there wasn't any, just because they ran out of food. None of them died, but they just didn't have any food, so they all went back to the soil. So I fed them, and they all came out. So that's my grindle worms. These, I'm not sure what will be in here. I'm not sure. It might be, I think about like getting corrugated plastic, dividing this in half, and then doing night crawlers on one side, and then red wigglers on the other side, like what you would use for fishing. And here I might
do some black worms. And in here, I'm not sure. I have some options. And if I didn't want to do black worms in this, and I just did like smaller cultures in the fridge, I could do like Daphne and scuds in here, which would be a great idea. But I still have this tin to decide on what to do with. And like I was saying about the smaller cultures, I'll talk about what I can do. But I have some apple cider vinegar because I'm going to start a vinegar ale culture. And then I have my green water culture, but I have to redo that. So, yeah, so I'll be right back.
Alrighty, I'm back. And by the
Hey,
it's gonna come up
hey.
now. Hi. So over there,
Oh,
like you
something
saw,
really weird was happening with the sound.
you can't hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm not hearing any sound. I might just drop down into the comments, but I have a bunch of questions. My volume's all the way up because I can hear you typing. How weird is this? I might just be having technical difficulties on my end, but I think you are such a phenomenal resource, and I'm so impressed with your knowledge, and I want to know all about everything.
Aw, thank you. Can you still hear me?
All right, I'm going to drop back down because for some reason it's playing in slow-mo for me, and I want to actually hear what you're saying.
All right, so I went on YouTube, and my father said he can hear us both. Maybe it's technical difficulties on her end, but once I see her back in chat. But thank you for saying that. 503.
I can hear you most, but she was lagging a little bit.
And you said that you had a lot of questions and you wanted to know about everything. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them if I know them. But like I was saying, some options for over there would be something like microworms because I already have them, and then something similar like Walter worms or banana worms. Because I do have a few empty containers.
I thought I had it, but I didn't get it.
Okay. No. Mute the Chrome. Well, you mute yourself.
Sorry.
It's fine. How did you get into doing live cultures? Well, I had discussed and I wanted to do something like live for them. So I was looking online and I was thinking about brindle worms to do for them and then black worms. And I ended up doing black worms. I got black worms for my mother's pea puffers. So that's I kind of had fascination once I got those black worms because that's what the pea puffers would eat. So I ended up getting those black worms, just I guess out of an impulse.
So pay attention.
I'm sorry. I guess out of an impulse because my mother was like, "Oh, I can go get pea puffers today," and I was like, "Okay." And then I kind of researched what they eat, and then I was like, "Well, I remember that at my Alfast Benson's Fish Room have black ferns. Oh, I know my mother's in chat. I found the new little baby guppy that you're talking about. All right, back to the question.
Me too.
And so I got them, and I never really knew how to keep a live food culture. So I went on Father Fish's Discord, and I was asking around, and actually Mr. Manifesto helped me, and he was like, well, I keep mine this way. And I was kind of asking him different options, and I got my culture set up on stream. My first ever live culture set up on stream the next day. I'm not sure which stream that is. And that was my first culture, and it was just, real quick set up because of the peak buffers. And yeah, I guess I didn't think about the black lens, but my first ever actual culture that I still have now, because I did move around that culture. The two that I still have are my macaroni worms, which were my second, and third live food cultures that I ever kept. And I really don't know why I got the microworms. I have no idea. But I got the Grimno worms to try with my disc. Sorry, long answer, but how did you get into, oh, never mind. How long have you been doing that? I could probably get you that exact question, well, that exact answer in just a second. Yeah? What? I was talking really fast.
Mom said it was 7.
There's what?
Mom said it was 7.
Oh.
It's them in chat. So,
Is the audio okay?
yeah.
Yeah?
No, it's not. You may have to go upstairs. Well, you usually want to visit there in a little.
Okay. And I'm moving my cultures. What the lights? The plugs right there. And the other lights. I think you just flip the switch on it, light on the lights. Okay. Is the audio still bad? Please let me know. We're turning off the lights to think, just in case that's the problem. That doesn't make it too dark. There we go. That is on much better. Perfect. You can turn off that one if you want. I have that one.
I'm scared of the dark.
Okay. You can keep that one on, and I'll keep that one on. So, hopefully that's all good. How long have you been doing that? I want to say I've been doing them for maybe a month and a half-ish, 2 months-ish. Something like that. 1 to 2 months ish. And I have all these things. What do you recommend for beginners with guppies? Like, what food culture do I recommend? 503. If that's the case,
Black rose. I don't know. I was guessing.
Hold on. They turn the.
Guess what from
There we
culture
go.
she said.
Okay. Well, I turned the brightness down so you can see the tank better. Well, now the lights are off, but. So, what food culture for guppies? Grindle worms. Grindle worms are great because you can I feed them to my adult guppies and they love them. Like mud guppies that get a little bit smaller, and then some of the guppies that get a bit larger. I feed them to both and they love them. And then guppy fry, we'll eat them too. So it's a great all-around life food. I did show my grindle worms earlier. They're a little small, but not too small, because all guppies from fry to adult, in my experience, will eat them. With that pegboard behind the fish tanks would allow for quick and easy background changes. That's a great idea. I told you it was the new lights bothering everything.
What do you bother me?
Well, yeah, they weren't bothering me. I think they're nice and bright, but I think they just mess up with the computer, so we'll just have to turn them off if I just read down here. Grindle, and then it says SP. I'm not sure what that means. Do you know? 503. What do you mean by that? SP. I'm not sure. Sorry. Spelling. Sorry. Oh, spelling. It's. You just have to flip the L and the E, so it's that in jet. So, very close. Some people spell it brindle with a B. And I understand what they're talking about.
Which one's that going
Which ones are the grindle worms?
to
Yes, the ones with the mesh. And if you have a bunch of baby guppies, like if you're getting a lot of babies, or at least some each month, I found that they like microworms too. And now my guppies will eat blackworms, but it's what's the word? It's large. They're large worms. They just won't. It takes them a while to eat them, I guess. Do you sell cultures? I do. There are shipping delays, so I'm not shipping any cultures first class, but I have to ship them either priority or overnight now. But priority, 1 to 3 day shipping isn't much more. Petroman, welcome. Yeah, if someone in chat can link 503's channel.
Your mom did.
Oh, okay. I don't want to call her new. She's just new to me because I haven't seen her much. But she's a fellow fish fan member. So, like I was saying, I was going to refresh these cultures a little bit. So I'm just going to take some of this already made mashed potatoes. Aw, Noddles and Pie, welcome, Bean. Oh, you're very new? Okay, 503. I wasn't sure. I didn't know if you were. How do I buy from your website? We don't have a website yet. We're looking into different options for a website. Right now, it's just by email.
Is that?
What? Noddles and Pie? Yeah, that's me. John Mackenzie, welcome. If I missed anyone, let me know. Petroman said, Shauna, I hope I'm saying that right, Shauna. Also feed your guppies live in friendship. They'll give you loads of babies. Yeah, I feed my baby bread shrimp as well. How do I dispose of this spoon? My father's right in the background, so he can keep you entertained. I'll be right back.
I understand. Just let it put a crib in this thing. Put it in here. I can't wait.
They're not 25. Okay. So the Creventus had babies, and he took, and they took one of the babies out because they started eating the babies. So they got to save one baby. We can't find it in that tank. It's so small. It's so small. I like too many babies. Oh, what kind of guppies do you keep? 503. And yeah, since we have so many different strains of guppies, there's loads of babies. We feed them like all sorts of things like baby brine, microworms, and grindleworms, and some smaller pellets that we have. We don't go too much larger than those small pellets because small pellets are around the size of live baby brine shrimp. I don't really go any larger than grindleworms. You can feed blackworms to guppies, and I'm sure Petroman feeds them to his guppies, I think. But I don't feed them to my guppies. I save them for the betas and the discus. And they can be fed to pea puppers too. But microworms are a good one if you have tons of babies. I have no idea. Pretty? I asked her what kind of guppy she had, and she said she had no idea. Pretty.
Oh. Pretty good.
Pretty guppies. We have pretty guppies too. But yeah, 503, you can email me if you want some numbers. I have a 10-gallon culture. Petroman said Dave went to Petco today to buy cat food, walked out with a 75-gallon tank. If they would have had two, I would have bought two. You never know when you need a spare tank.
Yeah, I saw that in Terry Stream.
Yeah, I told you that after you emailed me.
Yeah, I was in Terry Stream before.
Guppies love live blackworms also. Yeah. But not baby guppies. Baby guppies, they'll pick on them. They'll pick on the live blackworms for a while. But you can feed them. I just don't feed my babies. My adults sometimes get them.
Well, they said baby brine shrimp's better for their growth and color
Yes.
to start with.
Baby brine shrimp, microworms are kind of like on the same size level. And then grindleworms are a little bit bigger, which the grindleworms are controversial. That's the right word. They can be fed to the babies and the adults. So, those are a good way to go.
Yeah, Petroman said they're out in Salem, Jersey.
Oh, they are?
I didn't see it before. Here.
Oh, there was a sale here. Microworms smell terrible. But I enjoy playing with microworms. I just don't want to smell them. But when your cultures get really soupy, watery, that's what's time to redo them. Normally what you would do is just make a separate bowl or Tupperware container of like watery-ish. And say mashed potatoes made with water. You don't want to use butter or salt. So you don't want to make it like traditional mashed potatoes because that'll kill the worms. And then you just take a scoop of your mature culture and I put it in the new mashed potatoes. All that reeks. And that would get your culture going. And most people just take a spoonful out of their mature put it in the new mashed potatoes, and then toss this, because that one would be long overdue if they just kept it around. And that's what you can do too. Brienne, did you like Eastern Blackies? Yes, I think the black ones are very nice. And I ship them very nicely. Very plain and simple, which is nice. I wish there was like a little drainage hole here so I could just drain some of the mashed potatoes, because it doesn't need to have that many mashed potatoes in there. Howdy, Brienne, all you fish freaks lurking and building a rabbit hutch for love. Aw, awesome, freaky fish lady. Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about random stuff and playing with worms. What's new? I just dunked my finger in micro worms. Again. Oh, what I wanted to say was, quite a few minutes ago, I wanted to say, I just rubbed a bunch of worms on my face. Over there in that corner, I think I touched on it a little bit, but I could do like microworms, banana worms, Walter worms. I remember saying that. I could do a black worm culture in there, or I could do a Daphne and Scud culture instead. Then I have my Grindel worms. Then I'll have an empty tank. Well, I'll have a tank to have a divider made out of corrugated plastic. One side would have night crawlers, and the other side would have red wigglers for when my mother's axolotls. After she gets them, once they get a little bit bigger, they can eat them. And then I'll have an empty 10-gallon tank for whatever. And then I'll have the vinegar eels, the green water culture. Then outside of the room, I'll have my white worms. Petroman, you're getting a pound when she starts getting low. Yes. Just gotta find a tank to put a pound. Well, large enough container to put a pound.
We got 40 gallons. 55s.
And you're right, next time I'm buying 1 pound and we'll split them up in the refrigerator. It's hard to believe you're this young with this much knowledge. Oh, thank you. You must get that from Dave. Yeah. Yes, he can have credit. No, I probably get that from my mother. So I got one of these cultures done.
Just order something. Order.
No, I'm gonna order after the stream. I was gonna do it before, but then I wanted to get the tanks done. But yeah, after the stream, I'm gonna go online and place an order for vinegar eels and white worms. Dave, you never get the credit. Oh, he gets the credit when I do something funny. If I do something funny
Or bad.
He gets the credit. But if I'm being smart, then my mother can get the credit. But this culture's pretty low because I made other cultures out of it, so it's probably down in there, which is fine because it's not going to be the end of the world. But I really like yolk. I really like whatever I call this, a beef lo mein container. You can probably find these on Amazon. I got this from a Chinese food thing. I don't know. Hello. No, that's probably bean. But these are really nice because they're see-through and they're tall. Now, for like the different worms, such as like Grindel worms or black worms, you'd want a shorter container, but long. And then for black worms, you can do something like this version of that. It's not that big, but it's tall. Or you can do long, but tall. But you always want to have it tall. Because you put your medium, which is the mashed potatoes, instant mashed potatoes. And then you Put your starter culture on top. Dave, your voice is going. You
Like
probably-
Petroman.
Thank you, Petroman. And then you put your whole starter culture microrooms on top. Whoa, this is awesome. You see the shirt? It just kind of glows like so. I don't mind this that much. I don't think that light interferes too much because it's a different kind of light than that.
Yeah.
But the microrooms, they crawl up the sides. So you always want to have a taller container. Can you let me know if it didn't help this time? Darn it. But then you want to poke air holes in the top. And have a good lid on it. And that was my first culture. If you can hear me correctly. And this is my second culture. It's just a yogurt container. These things are nice, but you can't see in them. So it's harder to cultivate them. You just have to shine a flashlight in there or something.
You're gonna say that now, I'll let you know.
Okay. You can turn all the lights off in the basement. It won't help us. Hopefully, it gets better. Or I'll have to go upstairs. Let me know if it gets better. I'll wait a few minutes. But this is my second culture. Hold on, let me see if oh, that makes it look so dark and weird. But this is my second culture. Hi, Jess. And this one's kind of old, very old. I don't really pay attention to this culture. There's still tons of microworms. If you're ever worried that your culture is dead, like shine it in a light. Look at the surface of the mashed potatoes, and you see a bunch of wiggling creatures on the surface, and those are your microworms. So I'm adding just some new mashed potatoes in there, mixing it in, just so it stays fresh. Is the audio still terrible?
That's sort of weird. I don't know if it's your laptop. Or
It's probably just my laptop.
do it from my phone.
Can I do it for your laptop? I'll mute your laptop. Alright, is this better? Is this any better? Can you let me know? This is any better? Or if I should just go from this one? Oh, that's better? So it's just my laptop. Okay. Okay, so before I turn my camera off on this one, hold on. You probably don't want to see me from two different angles. That'll confuse me. Let me turn this brightness up. Alright, everybody sing that's better. That's awesome. Yeah, that's my laptop.
Say it's a wardrobe malfunction.
Sorry, wardrobe malfunction.
Put that one over here.
Okay. You can use, okay. Got it. I'll plug this one in. Sorry for any bad audio.
Mine's off. Sorry.
No, I wasn't talking about that. Like me moving the laptop. But 5 3 has cories, plecos, clownfish, chromie, filefish, urchin, and axolotls. Awesome, and guppies, I'm assuming, because you were asking about the guppies earlier, and you said you had pretty guppies. So I'm assuming it's guppies. I'm just gonna leave the fish tank lights off for now because I feel like that interferes a little bit. But so yeah, that's a very nice selection. Cories, plecos. Those are nice. Awesome. Oh, and that's awesome that you keep saltwater. We keep saltwater too. We have a few saltwater tanks. I think we have 4. So it's nice and dark in this room. Very spooky.
Scary.
I'm just going to continue with my microworms. But I know, yeah, definitely. Grindleworms are good if you're breeding plecos. Grindleworms and microworms are good for the babies. We're trying to breed some plecos and some cories. My main fish are discus. Yes, Benjamin keeps discus. And he's bred discus too, which is very cool. Geek Boy, welcome. And if the audio acts up again, please let me know. Hopefully it won't. Oh, I finally pointed my laptop to show the fish tank, but he didn't turn the camera on. There you go. Now you can see the fish tank, not just the logo.
No, I didn't think you would.
Corey's like soft water, which you have, Fran. Yeah, we have pretty soft water.
Those lights are off. I think you see it.
We have 3 different strains. I've seen it before. We're trying to breed right now, which are the false Jewel. No, Jewel. July, that's what my mother calls them. Corys, and then peppered corys, or salt and pepper corys. And salt and pepper corys, there are 6 females and 1 male in the tank. Do you have hard soft water? What challenges have you encountered? If you're asking me, I have soft water, but challenges that I've encountered are hardening the water for certain fish, like life bearers. I definitely have to harden the water, and like snails, mystery snails, they like harder water, and higher pH, which I don't have. So that's definitely one of the issues we've encountered, is that we have softer, neutral-ish, slightly acidic, very slightly acidic pH water. So definitely those harder water fish, which would be like life bearers or mystery snails, definitely a challenge because we can't just pump the water straight into the tank. We always have to add like a buffer of some sort.
So your audio's not bad.
Is it bad for you? You listen to it?
I both three just said that's it.
Darn it. Is it just the basement? For those aquatics, welcome. Is my audio seriously that bad? I just wanted to stream from down here. But I finished my microworms. Okay. I finished those 2 microworm cultures. So I was going to make another one. Out of another. Another one of those clear containers. But I don't have one. I don't know where they are, so I can't get one now. I might do video. I think I'm about doing a video of like baby French. That's one of the cultures I didn't speak about because of the other cultures I was thinking about. Live baby French is something that we could do a little bit.
Floppy. So you have to go there or something.
Fine. I'm packing it up. I'll be right back. It's still back. What?
It's a stupid Wi-Fi.
Stupid one. Okay. Yep. I'll leave these cultures down here because they stay down here anyway. So.
I think this will do it.
Okay. Do you want your laptop back? Or do you want your laptop back, or do you want me to still stream from here? Okay. We're on the road. All the way upstairs. There we go. You want to go sit in your room? You can.
I was going to go out there.
Oh. Is this better? Slightly. Just let me know. Yeah. Better for sure. Thank you. Trying to get more fish that like my super soft water, Cory's and discus, and the other recommendations. Definitely, I know petromented rams. You could do like tetras, barbs, ramis. Oh, my cat, you cannot do that. And like angelfish, they're pretty soft water too. But I know cichlids. Oh, I didn't realize that camera's on. Very nice. Hi. My cat turned on the camera for me. I think the cursor was over the camera button, and she clicked it. Very good cat. She's a good cat. I love her. Yep, Fluffy just turned it on. Keyhole cichlids, which are very peaceful, had them many years ago. Oh wow, awesome. Yeah, definitely like African cichlids and Rift Valley cichlids. You won't want to do that. You won't want to do those because they're harder water. But it's definitely a challenge having soft water and then wanting to do something like this, which are harder water. Boy just got his RODI unit. Oh, awesome. Hopefully the audio stays. But well, there's some recommendations from me. 503. don't know any other ones. It's getting bad again. I think it's just our internet. I don't think it really matters if I'm upstairs or downstairs. Okay. Well, I can't really do anything about that. So, boy, it makes it so much easier. Yeah. Just the only thing is we have one that does 9 gallons an hour. Hold on. Are both of the things muted? Hopefully. I don't know if it's just the one laptop freaking out or whatever. What was I going to say? Yeah, we have a RODI unit that does 9 gallons an hour because we only use that for saltwater tanks. So we have to draw off the buckets. But if we had one that did more gallons an hour, that would definitely be easier to draw off more. How long will you be streaming? I have up to 2 hours to do until Science Gal Aquatics goes live. But if the audio cuts out one more time, I'm probably not going to go that much longer. If it cuts out one more time, I'll probably just end it for right now. Well, for today. I get 5 gallons in 2 hours for my RODI. LOL, I set a timer. That's very nice. We get 9 gallons every 12 or 24 hours, I think. I can hear my discus eating a plant. The newest one, the pigeon blood snakeskin, if it tries to eat a plant, it wouldn't be like eating a plant, but it cleans up, kind of like how fish go across the bottom. This discus goes across the plants, and it will peck at the plants, and you can hear it from across the room. There's small little popping noises each time. I love those fish. Mine does 150 gallons a day. I use 2 membranes, 1 sediment filter, 2 chloramine filters, and 2 DI filters, deionizing filters. At the end, this gives me 6.4 pH. Awesome. I did a whole project about RLDI systems for science class. Very, very interesting systems. Intricate systems. Yeah, my audio acts up again. Can someone let me know? I was looking at OBP peacocks today and went way off. Found a lot of cichlids I like. Maybe you should get another tank. Another 75-gallon tank for cichlids. They're very interesting fish. Except the ones in the bedroom, which are African cichlids and OB peacocks. If you walk in the room, like when I walk in the room, there's a cat in there trying to, and I need to get it to clean their ears or something. All the cichlids will go and hide. But I think it's funny because my father did this really beautiful scape of it was fake decorations. There was 3 live plants, like Java ferns. And he did a very nice piecing together of all the things. And the substrate, there was a cichlid substrate and then some natural rocks. And then a step up to a bunch of natural colored aquarium gravel. And the cichlids, since they move the substrate so much, they move so much of the natural aquarium gravel into the cichlid substrate. Still looks nice though. I will let you know. Okay, 503. Petroman, Brian, you're lucky. You have soft water from a natural spring. How great is that? Yeah, definitely with the softer water fish like the discus. It's very nice. because I can just pour the water straight into the tank. I don't have to worry about buffering it. But that's the only tank I can do that. That and my Koi Cat tank. The other tanks, I'll have to buffer them because, well, except for the 2 beta tanks. I have a video of those. I got the KG Tropical Special Needs betas a few days ago. But every single other tank other than 3 is either one's a saltwater tank and the rest are guppies in this room. So the saltwater tank, like, I already have to buffer the water with like salts and then RO water. But it's the discus tank, the 2 beta tanks, and then my Koi Cat tank downstairs. You need to buy another module to be able to use 2 membranes, don't you? Petroman, Geek Boy asked. Dave Farrell said it's their house, they can decorate it how they like. Yes, but it was a very nice thing, and now they're mixing up the substrates. I'm sorry for anyone who can see the messing with roles on the Discord server. Yeah, Dave, that's not what you say every time they move the substrate. Because he liked the substrate. Geek Boy, I hooked mine up in series. I go from one membrane into the other membrane. It will save you a lot of money on water. I don't know what ratio ours is, like the ratio from RO water to wastewater. I'm not sure. But my mother probably remembers. If I had a phone, I would show these KG Tropical betas that I was talking about them last stream. 1-to-1, that's the ratio. There's 1 gallon of RO water to 1 gallon of wastewater. That's what I say, not what I call them. Petroman's is a 1-to-1 ratio as well. Nice. But yeah, the top, I don't know if you can see that, the top tank right there, and then a tank that you can't see right now. Those are 2 tanks for male betas. One's name is Gill, because if you've had betas, they have gill flaps where they flare, and when they flare, their gill flaps, they stick out. But this one of its gill flaps stays out like that. Not when it flares, just all the time. And the other one's normal, like it normally would be. But the one just sticks out. And I'm going to do a video on them. I'll probably do a short video because I do have the unboxing of them. And then the other one, it's just got bitten off tail. So once that regrows, I'm going to put him in a community tank so he gets distracted. And I'll move the decorations around a bit so he never gets bored. So he does not bite his tail off anymore. Normal units run 1-to-3 ratio. Interesting. But if I was still downstairs, I'd talk more about worms. If anybody has any questions for me, let me know. Hold on, my cat's getting into something. This is my cat Fluffy. She gets into everything, but she's a good kitty. Huh. But yeah. Some planes that I have. Right after this stream, I'll probably order some vinegar eels. White rims, like I said. And then at my camp, like I was talking about, we went to camp this weekend. And whenever they have night crawlers and red wigglers, I will get some. And I'll set up that culture. Brian, what new worms are you getting? Well, vinegar eels. Those are technically nematodes, so they wouldn't be worms. Are something that I'm going to get. I think I'm debating on it, but I think I'm going to get that. White worms, definitely I'm going to get them. The night crawlers and red wigglers for your axolotls. Maybe I'll do Walter worms and banana worms. Or maybe I'll just start off with one to see how large they are. And these are just ideas. So if I was to list my ideas of what I'm thinking about for live food cultures, to go up the list, it would be vinegar eels, banana, like options. These would be options. Vinegar eels, banana worms, Walter worms, scuds, Daphnia, white worms, night crawlers, and red wigglers. I hope I'm not leaving out any out of the options. And there's a few that I probably won't do. Ones that I definitely want to do are Daphnia. Daphnia is one I want to do. Vinegar eels and white worms. Those are the three primary ones. And I'll probably buy that pound of black worms. If you listed everything, we would have to all get 2 jobs. Oh, if I list, that's not all the worms. Those are just options that I can do for $10. Now that will be limited down. Like I said, like Daphnia, vinegar eels, and white worms. Those are the 3 at like the top of my list. And then that pound of black worms that I'm thinking about. Those discus really move around that tank. That's why I also like to use your large tanks for discus. I'm glad you got the 60 gallon for them and not a 40. Now they will grow out for you. Yeah, I don't want to say it's a custom tank. I think it's a Marineland, and you can find it at PetSmart. PetSmart, I'm pretty sure. That's where we got it. But it's like as long as a 75 and as tall as a 65 gallon tall. So they have plenty of space, length, like long and tall. So they got plenty of room. I use 75 and up for discus, but that's just me. Nice. This is pretty much the biggest I could get, given the space that I have in this room. Now, if I was to do the discus after we set up the fish room, it would probably be a 75. But Bottom Dwellers Aquatics, welcome. What's up, cool fish people? I like the 75 footprint. They're nice. I like 65 gallon talls. I think they're nice. But the room from front to back is much greater on 65s or 75s than on this one behind me. But I enjoy the footprint, and I think it works great because since it goes all the way, across the wall from my bed to my closet, it's good that it doesn't stick out too much, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get in my closet. You will go bigger once you start breeding them. You'll be a great discus breeder. It's in your blood. Thank you. I'm going to try breeding clownfish. That's probably my next huge breeding project, because I know the discus will take quite some time, but I'm willing to wait for them. I have to clean their tank soon. I cleaned it just a few days ago, but 90 gallon tanks are better. Yeah, I haven't found any 90 gallon tanks. I found 125, but I like the footprint of 120s. 4 foot by 2 foot is nice. Cool. Rotifers. What do you mean by that? 5 and 3? Rotifers. What are rotifers? The Amazon sword is awesome. Oh yeah, I really like that plant. I would like to find another one of that same strain of plant, because at my LFS there's like different kinds of Amazon swords, so I want to find that. I want to find that same type of plant and grow out one or two more, because I think that'd be so cool to have 3 of them going along the back. Have you done them yet? Rotifers to feed clownfish babies. I have not, because I haven't bred clownfish yet. I'm looking to breed them soon, sometime. Eventually, we have 4 different tanks that have clownfish. Mine in my bedroom only has 1, and the one in the kitchen only has 1. But our 75 and our 26 gallon both have a nice male and female pair of clownfish. So, if they breed, then I'll start a road for culture. But 125 is even better. Yeah, the footprint of that was really nice. It's got 3 lids. That's probably the best part. Is that it had 3 lids. I don't know why that's so great, but it had 3 lids on the top. Well, there's 2 different bars, so you can put 3 lids on the top, which looks awesome. And that would be so cool. Now, I do like even numbers of lids. 1 lid is probably the most common, obviously, because most people have, I don't know what size it is that it starts having 2 lids. I think it's 55 gallon. I'm pretty sure 55 gallon is when you start having 2 lids. So, most people have smaller tanks and then a couple large tanks. But we've never had a tank that has 3 lids. There was enough room in the fish room. That would be awesome. I would if there was enough room in that fish room, wherever it would be, I would instantly buy a 125 for the discus, just to put them in to breed. And if I bred them, of course I'd have to keep some of the babies, because that's just what I would do. Depending on which one's bred. And, well, no matter which one's bred, I would be keeping some of the babies. But depending on which one's bred, if Fetcherman ever wanted some, I would be shipping him some. But I wouldn't be selling any discus babies. But I would have to keep them. That's just how I am. If I spawn something for the first time, I have to keep some of the babies as like a keepsake, or a reminder that that's the first spawn that I ever had. But if we had more room, I would love some bigger tanks for bigger fish. Yes, like an arowana. Yeah, if we had bigger tanks, an arowana would be awesome. JN Aquatics breed clownfish. Yes, yeah, I saw that. I'm sure she will be researching them next. Probably. I need to figure out a way to get a 5-foot by 8-foot pool in the fish shed. I'll have fun with that. That'd be cool if we made like a custom tank. If we found like a good deal on a couple fish tanks, we could take them apart and reseal them after we cut them in a DIY way to be a pond in the middle of the room, the fish room, like a skinny but long pond, so it could be a centerpiece island in the middle of the room. Depending on how many gallons it could be, then it could have a nice arowana in it, or Oscars. I have nothing against Oscars. Dave, how many more tanks do you want? You have plenty. Just give Brain a 125. That would be plenty. No more after that. No, my father needs to get another 75 so he can put Oscars in it. Or he can do the cichlids that he said he found. But a 125 for discus, I mean, that'd be awesome. I do like the tank behind me. I would definitely keep a pair of discus in there. And I get the question a lot of what's my favorite fish. And like I say each time, I love all my fish, and that's the only reason I keep them. It's because I love them. But I would keep discus at all times. Like when I don't have discus, I really want discus. The part where the few weeks that I didn't have discus, I think it was actually a month, when my discus caught a disease, a fungal disease, and I treated it and I got better, and then it didn't make it. In my 35 gallon, then I tore that tank down and I redid my room to fit that tank, and then I got those discus. But I was so upset not to have discus in that time span. Dave Farrell, it's still a ways out, like a next year plan, and I got an idea, but if lumber prices don't come back down, it isn't going to happen. Yeah, they keep going up. They're just going to keep going up. Brian, you need a 300-gallon tank for an arowana. It would fall through the ceiling. Well, that's why you put it in the basement. No, I don't think anything's going to fall through concrete, and if it does, then it's just going to hit the ground. It's tricky. You have to pull them to a breeding tank and have a fry tank, then rotifers. Rotifers sound cool. Have you ever kept them, 503? Or have you bred clownfish? I saw a tugboat pool almost stop to pick it up. Mom wouldn't be happy. Where the heck do you find these things? Are you going to hook that to the one in the front yard you picked up last week? Yeah, we have a pool in our front yard. Not a huge pool, but I would say it's a 20-gallon pool. Now, I could be definitely wrong, but yeah, I get it. The EDA prices are stupid now. Yeah, they're crazy. We might wrap it up here. I know Science Guy goes in 30 minutes, but if anybody has any questions, ask them. Feel free to ask them. If anybody has any last-minute questions, 503, if you have any more questions about live foods, I'd be happy to answer them. Now, I don't keep every live food yet, but I know that you can dye white worms to be like blue or red or green even. I don't know how, probably food coloring or a certain dye, but that would be a nice project to do. I haven't, my clowns aren't breeding yet. They're really young. I think it takes a while for them to reach maturity. I want to say a couple of years. Yeah, that's what I heard. It takes a few years then I'd be able to breed clownfish because I got them really young. I got the rules to work right. Good job, Olivia. I saw it and thought it Chubbs thought it would be cool. I think it's Big J that has that coffin pond. I think it's at his house. It's pretty cool. I got enough OSB stored that if I sold it at today's prices, I could buy a good used car. Wow. I'm so impressed with your knowledge. Thanks so much for sharing with us. Oh, you're more than welcome. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. Or if I'm not streaming that day, you can email me down below. It looks so weird because on this camera, I can just go like this. But my email's rolling across the bottom of the screen if you have any questions. And I'm not streaming that day. Or if you don't see me in any chats, that's my email. You can email me whenever. I'm pretty good with emails. At least I think so. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. See, earlier today I was saying, I love live streaming, YouTube live streaming, but Sunday streams definitely get in the way during the summer, only because we're camping. And what else is? Okay. We camp, and on the weekend we don't have any time other than the evening of Sunday. So, when I stream there, then I don't have any time to do much else. But I really want to get night crawlers. I wish we could go to Bob's Bait and Tackle. That JN for clown breeding. JN Aquatics, Aquariums. T-Bones Fishies, welcome. Dave, those tugboats are strong. When I was on a helicopter carrier, it took 4 of them to pull us into Port Norfolk, Virginia. Sorry, worded, yeah, link weird. Oh. "503 said, hint, hint. What do you mean about that? Sorry if I missed something. I don't know. Maybe she's talking about the tugboats. Who knows? I hope the audio didn't break up since I came upstairs. Well, cool fish people, I have some gardening to finish doing. Catch y'all later. Hint, hint, bait store. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome to go. I probably won't be going today, though, which is sad, but I won't be surprised. Although it is a possibility. I have no idea when they're open till. Let me Google that. Alrighty. Alright, so I'll probably end it. Wait, that's not my laptop. Hold on. Okay, so since I was doing the audio from this anyways, I might as well move out of that laptop. So thank you all for coming, and make sure to go over to Science Gal Aquatics when they go live. 503, they're closed. Of course, they're closed. I have no idea when they closed, but they're closed. So that's very upsetting. I don't know if there's other bait stores near me. Let me see. I can Google that real quick. Hi, Aim Spiritfish. Welcome. I just found one that closes in a few hours. I have no idea where it went. I don't know. I'll look after the stream. I decided not to get axolotl. I have enough to care for right now. Aww. Axolotls are so adorable. But, so anyway, like I was saying, thank you all for coming. And I'll see you all at Science Gals. And my mother linked it in chat. And I'll see you all over there. There's no hashtag because I'm terrible with those things. So